I'm here with Danny O'Dwyer. I'm Peter Brown. Gamescom 2015 is underway. As you can see behind us, Danny just got a chance to play Need for Speed, and I don't know. There's been a lot of these games over the past decade. Why should I care about this one?
This is Need for Speed, the fantastically popular game based on the movie, based on the series of video games that everyone's been looking forward to. It's set in Ventura Bay, which over the course of one endless night. It's a night that never ends. You're stuck in this night forever.
So how long is this game? Like 7 hours?
No, it's not real time. It's just that there is no day-night cycle. It's all night, which kind of explains why there's also not much traffic in Ventura Bay as well. But the story stuff, we've seen some of the little sort of FMV intro or FMV story beats that then sort of bleed into gameplay because the car was there. I saw some more of those. It kind of has that like, this is a crazy night where crazy things are happening.
So okay, how accessible is this game? Because Need for Speed is not what most people would consider a simulation racer, and I'm guessing nothing has changed in that regard.
No, they've actually done some pretty interesting things here. You're right, very arcadey style game. They're making this game for, like, they're doing that whole thing where they're making it for the car enthusiast. So they have, you know, your ability to make a car look real pretty with like liveries and whatnot, and you can just, you know, buy like stock liveries, or you can just like tweak. Overall, there's a drift and grip meter at the top, so you can just go into the drift or you can go into the grip. But underneath that, there's actually a lot of like tire pressure, changing your diff, changing the camber of the wheels. So when you're doing that, that sort of changes the overall thing as well. But if you don't want to do that, you can just go on top. And I actually think, as somebody who, like, I play the breadth of them. I love Burnout Paradise, but then I also play games like, you know, Project Cars. I actually think it's a pretty neat system. Like, how much it actually affects the grip and drift is questionable. I didn't actually play this game, so I can't tell how it feels. But I thought from a purely trying to make this game good for people who want to tweak everything, down to the fact you can change the rear rims against the front rims, which apparently is a new fad that's happening right now in car customization. You can also just go, whatever, I'll just want like a drift machine, and it's red. So it's pretty cool. Scalable.
I heard you talking about the game's icons. I take it that they look really nice now. They're very pretty.
Yeah, at the start of the demo, he's like, check out the icons. And we're like, yeah, it's a menu for a racing game. What's going on? Behind the television, there was like a picture of Ken Block and some other gentlemen. So iconic people within racing. So I guess the game is like split into different tiers of racing, from like, you know, drifting with like Ken Block to like, you know, really tuning your car a lot. And the mission structure is done that way. So you'll get phone calls while you're driving around for like random missions. You get like random drivers coming up, like trying to chase you and stuff. There's the cops, but then there's also like these tiered missions. And every time you go into one of those, you're kind of progressing towards being that next icon in, you know, in those 5 slots in one night, which is actually really impressive. If you can manage to be like better than Ken Block in like 7 hours before, that's pretty impressive. So that's their kind of like fundamental like big tentpole, I guess, is that they're like trying to say this is the game where we're really taking it back to like actual real life street racing. But I will also say that the CG acting and whatnot is still really self-serious and a kind of this is dumb but I'm into it kind of way.
All right, well, that's the new Need for Speed. When's it coming out? Do you know? Nope, we have no idea. But I can tell you when more Gamescom content is coming out today, tomorrow, the day after that. Stay tuned to GameSpot.com for all the great gaming news coming to you.
Endless nights.